It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right.
Hey everybody, what's going on? I hope y'all are having a good weekend. I decided, since I'm going to be on vacation next week, to come to y'all with the how to be a player, not a grown, because a lot of people asked for this one. Make sure y'all like the video, share the video on y'all's way in so we can get into some things. Okay, it's going to be real aggravating to me for the fact that I think I stained my shirt. Let's see. Okay, can we drift up? Nah, it's gonna be a problem for me. Okay, so can y'all give me like 2 seconds to change my shirt? Because I didn't realize that y'all could see. Like, just give me 2 seconds, okay? I'm gonna run my waiting room music again, but I'll be right back. While I'm gone, I'm really gonna need for y'all to share the video with somebody. Okay, share the video with somebody. Okay, I'm back. I'm back, girl. I could not deal with it, and I'm mad because I love that shirt. I have that shirt in so many colors. Okay, that's from Shein side, y'all. Y'all, you shop on Shein? Yes, I do, especially the glow stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it, girl, because I have some opinions on how to be a player. Okay, so the movie starts off with Dre, our main character, played by Bill Bellamy here, getting freaky with Sherry, aka Dr. Peach, aka Dr. Stacy from Put a Ring on It. If you guys had not noticed that's it, and I call her Dr. Peach because she was also on Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Okay. But yeah, so they're getting freaky and there's whipped cream involved, and it's real nasty, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just getting into some freaks, type shit, because it's real extra. She's like, mwah, mwah. Like, she's just very, very extra about it, right? Like, even later on when Dre is having sex with Sherry in the middle of the day, very unrealistic for this man to go to at least 4 women. Like, after spending all night having sex with one of them, he's gonna go and have sex with at least 4 of them before he goes to a party. Like, that's insane. That's insane. It's giving nymphomaniac. It's giving he needs help. It's giving someone, please call a doctor, call a therapist, call a psychologist, because son has a problem. Son has an issue. Okay? Um if y'all hear that, Jew just ran up here. I don't know why Jew just ran up here, but Jew just ran up here. So anyway, so he wakes up because he was having his dream that he was having sex with Sherry, but he was having sex with Sherry that night, and he dreamt that Lisa, his girlfriend, came over and caught him. Okay, so that's how the movie starts off, and then he wakes up and then says, I heard that getting caught is a bitch. That's what I've been told. Letting us know that he's never been caught. It's only his nightmares that he's gotten caught, okay? And then he proceeds to give us the first lesson on how to be a player. Take care of yourself. And to be honest, I appreciate this because I think this is like the incel niggas. Y'all needed to watch this because y'all were missing a component of why women don't want to be bothered with you. Okay, you don't have to have the best features, because Bill Bellamy is not the best looking man to me. Like, I'ma just go ahead and tell y'all, he's not. But he took such great care of himself. His hair was always moisturized and done. His skin, his facial hair, his body, his clothes. He looked like he smelled good, okay? His apartment was nice. He had a good job at Def Jam scouting talent, okay? So what did he have going for him besides dick, okay? Because these days, the only people that you find being players are bum ass niggas that don't really have anything but good dick, okay? In How to Be a Player, we're showing you that the man that actually can balance all of these relationships at once has a sex addiction, but also is very they're the overachiever. They're the person that wants to succeed in every facet of life. And it is the fact that women are attracted to that in them. It's the reason why they're able to be a player, because they have so much going for them. How could you resist? That's the whole thing. So you got to be good looking, well groomed, clean, smell good, nice place, good job. Okay. Have manners, first of all. And then on top of that, be good in bed. Yeah, if a man did have all of those qualities, y'all, I totally could understand him having all of those women. And I personally would not have, as a single woman, would not have even mind being Miss Wednesday. I would have happily been Miss Hump Day Wednesday. Okay, especially if I already knew what the arrangement was and I got my own shit going on. Please, nigga, holla at me when you got time. Come and give me the good time. Take me out. Make me feel special for the little while. Get the pussy and go on about your way. These arrangements can be had, but you just gotta be honest. And a part of being a player is they don't want to just be honest about the shit. They want to be like passive aggressively honest about it, like he did with Lisa. We're gonna get into it. So he also has a shoebox of panties that he's collected, because we know you psychos like to keep notches in your belts and shit. He checks his messages and there are all the women he's, talking to, telling him how amazing he is, and then we see shots of them having sex with him. Oh Dre, you're so oh my god, Dre, you're so amazing. He's attentive. He pays attention to detail. Like even down to having the girls in rotation in a picture frame. A nigga like this would have soared in 2023 when all you have to do is have the picture frame that, is digital and changes pictures and you could just put it on your phone. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this bitch coming over right now. Doop, doop, doop. Now her picture's on the thing. You know what I'm saying? He actually had to open the picture frame and flip through the pictures and put Lisa's picture in the front and put Sherry's picture in the back. Girl, I was like, you have got to give him a hand. Niggas these days wouldn't even try this hard to get, to get all of these women to believe that they were the only one. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so Lisa comes in, y'all. This is like one of the first things that made me feel like, if you don't get out of my face with this shit, this is the problem right now. This is the problem right now. Lisa comes in before she goes to work to clean up his dirty apartment and to fix him some breakfast, okay? She goes through his pockets because she's getting his laundry, and then she sees a picture of herself in his wallet, makes her smile, feel so special as she comes through to be this man's maid this morning. And he was trying to give it a dick, but she was like, no, I don't have time for that this morning, Dre. Stop it. Okay, I have to clean up. And it's just like, girl, you left your apartment before your job. You got up early to come to this nigga's house so that he can have you cleaning up after him and cooking him breakfast after he just finished fucking the big booty girl Sherry that he told you he was boning. He literally said that. This is the reason why black women today don't want to be like that. Because she was doing all of that trying to prove that she was the perfect woman to be the girlfriend. And essentially, he was going around giving that meat in treatment to everybody. The only difference with Lisa is that Lisa was known by his family members, and Lisa was coming to pick up his laundry and all of that. I want to be Sherry, okay? I don't want to be Lisa. The fuck out of here. He spent all night fucking Sherry so you could go to his house the next day and clean and cook for him? I was just like, girl, what is going on? And so proud of herself. Just so proud of herself, walking around his nice ass apartment, cleaning up after him like his mama didn't teach him how to do it himself. I was just like, child. So lucky. So lucky there was no social media around. I definitely would have gotten a D and I'm going over there cleaning and cooking. Listen, this is my thought. That was my thought, girl. I was like, if I'm about to go over there and cook and clean, you gonna fuck me first and make all of this extra shit I'm about to do worth it. Okay, you got to be coming over here like this another job. And the way that she took his laundry to the door, like, I'm gonna go and do your laundry after I finish my job. Yo, that's insane. I want to be the big booty girl Sherry that he let put a dildo in his ass. I don't want to do that, but the power that she had is crazy to me. He was doing whatever that crazy ass girl wanted him to do over there, and then was acting like she was about to suck the life out of his penis. But he went over there, he fucked her that night, and then went over there later that day. That's insane. Something's wrong with him. Something's wrong with him. Acting like she was crazy. He was hunching everyone but Lisa, who was doing his laundry. Exactly. He fucked the fact that he fucked Sherry twice, and in that time frame, Lisa had done laundry, cooked, cleaned, and did her own job, full shift, and all of this. And Sherry then got fucked twice in that time frame. Didn't make no sense to me, y'all. I swear it didn't make no sense. I was just like, girl, you are making us all look bad. You are making us all look bad. Anyway, so she says that he has 7 messages on his answering machine. Now we saw him check those messages. So we know it was from all of those women. And she asked why he hasn't checked them. And I'm like, why is this nigga playing mind games with her? He already checked these messages, but he puts another tape in because he wants her to wonder if he's cheating, but he just doesn't want to get caught. And that's another thing. The thing about players is players actually like the fact that they could possibly get caught. They like that part of it. They honestly sometimes like getting caught. They like getting caught because then y'all can go through the cycle of you being mad and him begging for your forgiveness and him having to, woo you and all of this shit. Some men really love the just break out, cry, the drop of a hat. You know what I'm saying? Like they love being able to emotionally manipulate women. And a lot of times they view a woman being upset as a sign that she loves them. So they like to get you upset. So he was playing major games with Lisa when he left those messages to be seen, because now she's sitting up there going through these emotions of, should I check it because I don't really trust him, or should I just leave it be and trust my man? When really you should not trust him, and you know you shouldn't, and your intuition is telling you you shouldn't, but you're gonna play this game with yourself where you question your own intelligence over the shit that he's telling you. And that right there is fucked up to me. It's really messed up. I'm cursing too much in this video, y'all. I'm trying to explain it the best way that I can, but I feel like it's so messed up to play mind games with people like that. And that's what I talk about sometimes when I feel like, when we want to talk about how manipulative men can be. They always want to talk about women being manipulative, but why would you have her playing these mental gymnastics with herself unnecessarily? Like, stressing her out over their messages unnecessarily, because he literally could have just took the tape out and didn't have any messages left. But no, he wants to play this game with her. So she says, you know what, I trust you, and leaves it alone. And then he goes downstairs to get his mail, and she ends up checking it anyway, and she hears messages from his mama and his grandmother and his stupid ass homeboys, and now she feels stupid, like she should have trusted him. To me, that's the mental game of teaching you not to trust your own instincts. I'm going to create a scenario for you where you're going to basically question this situation, and I'm going to make you think that there's something for you to be worried about, so that when you find out there's nothing for you to be worried about, that's how you're going to respond moving forward. So the next time something happens and you're questioning if you can trust me or not, you're going to use this reference point to tell yourself, no, I can just trust him, because the last time I had a moment like this and I checked it, there was nothing for me to worry about. So this time, I'm not going to check it because last time I didn't have to. That's the manipulation. That's the mind games. And I just kind of feel like that's really fucked up, because essentially you're teaching somebody to not trust their own intuition. And that's not a good thing in any shape, way, or form. to have anybody in the world walking around not trusting their own intuition about things. And I'm just saying, because you put somebody at a disadvantage if they don't trust themselves about certain things. They won't trust themselves in other situations where they might put themselves in harm's way. And you don't mean for them to put themselves in harm's way with other people, but the manipulation and the thing you're teaching them mentally is to not trust their gut. Dre should have had a polysemous, a polyamorous relationship. I don't know what polysemous means, but I think you mean polyamorous, or we can just say poly. He's training her. Yes, training her. Exactly. Child, it's terrible, okay? It's terrible. He says that he goes downstairs to get his mail and he stops to talk to his doorman, played by who is it, Jeffrey Godfrey or whatever his name is, Gilbert Godfrey. Child. Okay? Just always the most ornery, angry little white man you ever seen. Tony, that's his name, who is fronting, as you people would say, pretending to look at a fishing magazine but really looking at smut. Obsessed with women, can't get one, frustrated about it, and it turns into animosity towards women for not being able to have them. That's the funny thing about Tony. They played Tony like he was funny, but Tony is like the beginnings of like the incel type men. Because eventually Tony is like, forget these women, bring that fat black bald guy back. Which reminds me how these niggas be. They be so angry at women that essentially it turns into like this romance with men because of how they feel about women. I'm just saying, y'all notice it. Anyway, child, Tony doesn't even remember the word vagina. It's sad. And this is when I feel like if people will focus on themselves and make themselves more attractive in whatever respect, then they can find somebody. But you think somebody just supposed to like accept you as you are, even when you don't really show as something that's attractive to most people. And I'm not saying that you have to be attracted to most people, y'all. That's somebody for everybody. But I just kind of feel like it's also about liking yourself in order for somebody else to like you. And some people, y'all just act like y'all don't like yourselves. And then you are surprised when other people don't. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so Lisa is up there listening to the messages. Like I said, it's his mom, grandmother, bum ass homeboys. Dre explains to Tony that even the most trusting woman will check the answering machine. So he changed the tape. When he gets back, she's cleaned his whole apartment and made him breakfast in a goddamn business suit. I said, ma'am, if you don't get away from us with this, you the reason why these niggas want you to work and take care of them, do all of the housework, and still, work and take care of yourself. But you want me to come clean up? Child, crazy as hell. This is the reason why, because of people like Lisa. Okay, showing up cute, doing extra work look easy when we know good and goddamn well you would have been sweating and tired by the time you finished cleaning this man's apartment and making him breakfast. She did all of that shit in a span of 15 minutes. I ain't got time for y'all with this. And then after she made him the plate, she didn't even sit down to eat. I was like, so you not gonna eat? So did you eat today? He didn't even ask her, baby, did you eat today? She maid, mattress, mule. That's it. That's all you are, bitch. You're not even a person. I don't even know if you ate today. I didn't even ask you how your morning going. Like, it's ridiculous. His phone rings and she says that she will get it, but he doesn't trip. Like, he just kind of was like, okay, and went to, finish eating his food. And she was like, okay, Dre, I trust you. And that was him playing games. He knew as long as he did not actually show any response that she would be like, okay, Dre, I trust you, like she did with the answering machine, what I just said, right? Training her. So he takes the phone, trying to lyric like himself out. I don't think so. Hold up, y'all. No, okay. He's answering the door. I don't know who the hell that is. Anyway, so I'm sorry. Where was I, y'all? She hands him the phone and says that she trusts him. Oh, that's my order, my Sephora order. Sorry, y'all. I had to order some stuff from Sephora. Uh, yes, you can with Instacart. I don't have an ad with them, but they should consider it. Um, thank you. Child. I got this for us to take on the trip. The some more of that cream, the milk and honey. What cream? The yes. You got no exfoliant? Yeah, the sugar scrub downstairs. That's exfoliant. This is shampoo and conditioner. For me, but you can use it too, because you need to. We'll get you some other stuff though. Get you some stuff specifically for your locks. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. In my life, excuse me. He wasn't supposed to be home this early, but he is. So here we are. Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize, you guys. Okay. So when he picks the phone up, it's Sherry, aka Dr. Peach, who wants some more. Okay, she wants some more D. She she needs him to come through again. Okay, and she asks when she can see him again, and he says sooner than you think. And she says she loves him, and he says I love you too, baby. And then he hangs the phone up, and she was like, "Who was that on the phone?" And he was like this big booty Sherry, this big booty girl named Sherry that I was banging last night. And she was like, "You play too much, Dre," and hits him upside the head. And I was like, girl, this is one of those times where they be playing, pretending like they lying, but they telling you the truth. That's why I believe people do shit like that. When people want joke and all of that, I be like, yeah, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I was just playing. Oh, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Once you said it, baby, I'm probably gonna believe it. Okay, listen. Happy birthday. Thank you. Y'all wanna know what I got? Just real quick, cause it wasn't a lie, y'all. Just real quick, since y'all asked me, it was the pattern can shampoo and conditioner. Um, the heavy conditioner, because I already used the leave-in and the what you call them. I need to get some more Bloom elixirs, but until then, I wanted to try her stuff because I hadn't tried the shampoo and conditioner yet, and he needs it because he needs to wash his hair some more. And shout out to Dr. Elizabeth. I have to go to my PO box and get a package from her, but she put me on this, the Dr. Kiehl's milk and honey whipped body butter. Oh my God, it's so amazing. So because we're going on vacation and I can't have neither one of us not being moisturized, child. This is the stuff for the vacation, okay? Just because y'all asked. All right. So anyway, Jenny, okay, y'all, R.I.P. Natalie. I forgot Natalie's whole name, but Jenny, his sister, comes ringing the doorbell looking for their mama's big gumbo pot for this barbecue. Okay. Yes, come on now with the Tracy Ellis Ross. You already know. Jenny doesn't understand why Lisa is sweating over a stove. He ain't nothing but a roach ass ghetto pimp. She kept calling him a pimp, and I'm like, girl, you do not know the definitions of these words. You don't know the definitions of these words, do you? Lisa tells Dre to come give her a kiss before she leaves for work with his laundry. Jenny says homegirl can cook, but she dumb as hell for cooking for you. And I said, thank you, Jenny. Our sentiments exactly. It really did seem like she was hella like bitter and, just upset. Jenny, it did seem like that, but Jenny was not wrong, girl. Jenny was not wrong at all. Yes, Natalie Reed. Thank you so much. So he kisses her on the cheek and asks why she's always in his business, messing up his program. She's like, you ain't got no program. You're a pimp. Okay. And he says, you don't even know what a pimp is. A pimp is someone that solicits clients for prostitutes for the interest of money. Okay. He's just trying to get his groove on. All right. And I was just like, all right, 90s, just trying to get this groove on. Then her friend Katrina gets there, and he was already like upset that she invited one of her homegirls over to his house because they're, I guess, usually not his type. But when Katrina came in, okay, giving you Afro Latina, then all of a sudden, it's real sexy background music and shit. Okay. Because he was hoping that she was housebroken, and then he was pleasantly surprised. Jenny has told her about how Dre is a pimp with all these hoes, okay? Pimping and hoeing like there's no tomorrow, okay? And Dre lets us know that sister's girlfriends are a player's dream. They already know everything about you, and they just want to know firsthand if it's all true. And I was like, This is also true. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna front. If you know a man is well known for being a hoe, it's or the dickage is good, you may wanna go ahead and give it a swirl to see if it's all it's cracked up to be. But we tell y'all all the time to be careful and be safe, okay? She asked if he's really a pimp, and he says no, he's just a man that lives in the moment, moment to moment. He trusts his instincts. And I'm like, you trust your instincts, but you telling all the women not to trust theirs. Child. Katrina thinks that he's charming. I guess she was surprised, thought he would be a hoodlum. He invites her to this pool party in Malibu at the homeboy Maxwell's house. Okay, we never seen Maxwell the whole time, but just kept hearing how this Def Jam party was going down at Maxwell's house in Malibu down to the pool party. And I was like, oh, I want to go. I want to go to the pool party in Malibu Beach. I low-key need Bondi to cover Uninvited Guests. Child, that's one of my favorite movies. I might. That's literally one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. I love whenever I find. Listen, I was not mad at Katrina. Katrina was the MVP of this movie, to be very clear. But I might have to go ahead and see about Uninvited Guest Girl because I do love that movie. Anyway, it was one of the movies that I would find like in the middle of the night on Showtime, and I used to do that all the time when I was a kid. I'd be up late and I'd just be scrolling through the channels and just stick on something long enough to pay attention and see if I would like it, and that's how that would happen. Let me see. Where was I? Jenny insists that Katrina is too busy to go to this pool party in Malibu, and Dre calls Jenny upstairs, and they have this conversation very loudly as if Katrina can't hear them. And Dre says Katrina is feeling him, and Jenny thinks that they're both too smart for all that player shit. And he says, oh, like you was too smart for Michael Jones, who dropped you like a bad habit. And she was like, why you gotta throw him in my face like that? Apparently he and Michael are one and the same. They don't take no prisoners, and she wasn't any exception, and now she's just a statistic. And now he's going to have a ball making Katrina a statistic too. And see, this right here, this is the moment where I need for niggas to recognize this is not you simply wanting to have different vibes with different women because that's what you into. It seems like you're specifically trying to slut these women out and degrade them in some respect. And I need you to ask yourself why. Why do you want to make Katrina a statistic? Why do you want your sister to be a statistic? Are you angry with your mother? Do you feel like your mother is a statistic? Because from what we understand, Drake came from a two-parent household. He didn't come from single mother. He came from mama and daddy. Daddy died a few years before they got to this point. So yeah, it's given very much. I need for you to explain, and I need for you to understand why it is you want to make women a statistic. Why? To me, it seems like you want to hurt women. Not just that you want to fuck them, but that you want to hurt them in the process. You want to malign them. You want to degrade them. That's where that whole concept comes from, being slutted out to where a man has sex with a woman and now the woman's value has been lowered. Why is that? Why is that the goal? Like, y'all need to ask yourself these questions, men, because it's very, very confusing. Okay, Love and a Bullet is another one that I found in the middle of the night on Stars. So good looking out on that one too. That's another one of my favorites for various reasons. But anyway, Michael Jones is a player, and even though Dre warned Jenny about him, she still went through with messing with him. So I guess now Dre feels like it's okay for him to throw it in her face all the time. I guess so. Okay. But either way, Katrina heard him talking about making her a statistic. So now she understands what he's going to try to do. And even though she wants the dick, she's not going to get caught up in loving the dick because she wants to try it. You feel me? Okay. So when he leaves, Katrina pulls out a video camera and says, let's get to work. Apparently, Katrina and Jenny are working on an anthropology class. In the project, they're studying a male in his natural habitat, a player, and see what happens when you put him in a hostile environment. Will he conform? Will he, end his player ways? Or will he just adapt. Okay, so that was the whole situation. It was like a experiment of some sort, which really made this movie smarter than people were paying attention to. But you know, so Dre meets Spooty and Kilo, y'all. Spooty and Kilo are his homeboys, and it used to be that Spooty and Kilo were the guys that were like backup to the main guy who had all of these good qualities, even though he was a hoe. Nowadays, Spooty and Kilo are the main characters. In 2023, girl, they're the guys. They're catching the bus, okay? They caught the bus to Dre's house because they wanted to make sure they got with Dre early so that they did not miss out on anything at the barbecue, okay? But the fact that they were both on the bus, it was just kind of like, well, that's sad. I'm just saying. Tony the doorman was getting turned on by Dre rubbing Kilo's stomach. He says, forget these women. Bring that big black bald guy back here so I can caress his fat bald head. And I was just like, see, this is how y'all really be feeling. Y'all just need to leave women out of it. You ain't gotta hate us. Just fuck each other. It's okay. Anyway, then then Dre runs into one of his girls, Barbara, who stays in the building. She's a fitness instructor and very limber. Kilo was trying to holler at her, and it's like, dude, you are not that lady's type at all. She's a fitness instructor. She wants somebody that's in good shape too, not Kilo, okay, who looks pregnant. No disrespect, but y'all know it is what it is. Okay, so Dre tells him cardinal rule number one: never mess with a woman in your building. And we see Barbara throwing eggs at his car and breaking his antenna. And I feel like that's what happened to them. Like he was acting like he, knew that lesson beforehand, but you still flirting with that woman, and she's still on your list. So to me, you probably did fuck with her, and she probably did egg and fuck up your car, and you just got that shit fixed and stopped messing with her for a while. So when she ran into you, it was like, oh, Trey, I missed you, and all of this type of shit. And they hadn't talked in a while, but she wanted the dick, and she had wanted the dick badly, okay? Because later on, she beat up Buster because she wanted the dick so bad. But anyway, y'all, Jenny and Katrina are upstairs plotting on Dre while working on this presentation. Dre calls his homeboy David. David is trying to be a player himself, but he's not built for it. His phone is ringing off the hook. He's got a naked girl in his apartment that's trying to get freaky with him in a cowboy hat. And Nadine, his girlfriend, is beating down his door in her cute little book bag purse and her cutoff, her little cutoff sweater top. I was just like, girl, Nadine, you need self-esteem. Nadine, like the Nadines of the world, you really standing outside this man's apartment, embarrassing your fucking self, banging on the door, asking him to let you in. And then he didn't let her in, but he opened up the door and told her to stop making all of that noise and being ignorant outside of his building. And she bust the damn door down. The phone was ringing the whole time, had my damn nerves bad. Okay? But Nadine was like, what the fuck is going on in here? Why you not answering the door? Why you ain't want to let me in? And then the girl, Pookie, comes downstairs. Who's that? Who's that? I'm like, girl, obviously that's his girlfriend. Why are you acting like you can't hear words and shit? So Nadine calls her a hoe or a slut or something like that. And she's like, David, oh my God, what is this? And then Nadine is trying to fight Pookie. And Pookie is like, girl, I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. Why are you trying to fight me? Pookie puts her clothes on, smacks the shit out of David, and Nadine is like, don't you smack my man. This is my man. And then she smacks him and calls him a liar too, and they both leave. I was just kind of like, Nadine, now you didn't raise your pressure, embarrassed yourself in public, and fought this girl over this coward ass nigga who not even strong enough to keep you from busting into the damn door. I was just like, Nadine, you need a stronger, better man, girl. But you need some self-esteem first. Because that was crazy as hell for you to be outside banging on that man's door like that. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, y'all. I'm not banging on no nigga's door. I'ma sit. If I want to wait on you, I'ma wait for you to come out. I'ma wait for you to come out. But I'm not banging on no nigga door while he don't let me in. Like, what is that about? That's desperate as shit as far as I'm concerned. Nadine look crazy as hell. Okay? And he went from begging her to stay to telling her to get her ass on when he saw Dre, Spooty, and Kilo driving up, right? So they come upstairs and see his apartment is in total disarray, then trash the shit. We ain't even see what fight took place. Okay? And Kilo and Spooty are clowning David. And I was like, ain't it funny the two niggas that don't have no women and don't have no cars and are on the bus are clowning David for whatever he got going on with his old lady. It's always like that, right? It's always like that. Niggas will make you feel bad for caring about your old lady or feeling bad about whatever you got. They'll just clown you about whatever you got going on with your old lady, all the while jealous and wishing they was in your spot. That's the crazy part. Anyway, so talking about Nadine need a real cowboy tapping that ass. David attempts to whip his ass, but Dre stops him. He lies and says that he stopped her from slapping him and told her that her ass was dismissed. And this is my favorite part with Dre, because Dre was like, nigga, why you gotta lie to us? Why you can't just tell the truth? Why you can't say you was in here trying to sneak and get some pussy and Nadine came in here and bust the door open on your ass and then you was all sorry and begging for forgiveness? Why you can't just keep it a buck? And that's another thing. Why y'all always gotta lie on y'all dick? Yes, like on Martin. Why are you trying to save face? Your homeboys know you ain't shit, and your homeboys be wishing they was in your position anyway. Maybe not Dre, but them other two niggas that's clowning you that you letting, get you all upset, definitely wish they was in your position. You got a car, a place, and an old lady. The fuck? Like, I was just kind of, because Nadine showing the fuck. Listen, Nadine was acting like she didn't want that man, but at the end of the movie, she got dressed and got a whole French roll done to her head so she could show up and give him the cold shoulder and then go home and fuck him. I ain't got time for y'all with this, okay? If you want the man, girl, stop fronting like you don't want him. If you want the woman, sir, stop fronting like you don't want her, because another nigga will come and get her. And y'all really love to take that attitude of, so, yeah, okay. Gonna be at the house crying on the floor in the fetal position. Anyway, he says the mistake was bringing Pookie to his apartment, and that was stupid. Like, why would you not go to her place if you got a girlfriend that you know could just pop up at your spot? So Jenny is at Dre's house looking for evidence so that she can send all of his girls maybe pictures of, them with him, but he doesn't have any pictures of him with the girls. He just has pictures of them, or, he might have the panties in a box, but he doesn't have anything that can be used as evidence against him with the women. Okay? So Katrina asked how many women Jenny thinks that Dre has. And she says he doesn't have women. He has hoes, chicken heads, hood brats, hoes. Okay? And Katrina says, why you gotta talk about the women like that? All of these women can't be hoes, just like all men aren't dogs and niggas. And I'm just kind of like, I appreciate Katrina in this moment, because Jenny, you having to degrade those women in order to separate yourself from them is a huge, like, microcosm for the way a lot of women treat other women. Like, y'all let niggas put y'all in these boxes, good girl versus, slut, or whatever you want to say. But essentially, they end up treating everybody the same, but convincing you that you were special because this girl is like this, but everybody getting played. Everybody getting treated like shit. All the women getting treated like shit. But you're being made to feel, jealous of the other girl because you only have the nigga's viewpoint. And the nigga wants you to feel like you should be in competition with this woman and not mad at him. So when Jenny has this attitude towards the women that Dre is dating, they're all hoes. No, they're not. They're not all hood rat. A lot of those women were actually every single one of those women had their own place. Okay? One of them was an older married lady. The white girl looked like she was rich, living in a nice big old house. She was an actress or some shit like that. The barber upstairs, the fitness instructor that stays in the same building with him, looked like she had her shit together. Like Sherry had to have money in a probably made money as a dominatrix, because that's the only way I could think of for her to be able to afford all of that shit she had in her every all of the, because she had chains and all kind of shit in there. It was like a sex gym. You want to talk about a fucking dungeon? That's Sherry's apartment. You need money for that type of shit. So really, all of the women that he was dating were really like beautiful, well, educated, accomplished women. Nobody was like stupid. Nobody was no chicken head. Nobody was no gold digger. Like all of the girls had their own shit going on and really just wanted the dick and really, appreciated how Dre made them feel. No, she wasn't a nurse. They was role playing. That's the white girl. She was an actress. Affluent Body is in every comment section on social media. Right. But her man was the garden too. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Jenny says, I don't know what kind of men you've been around, but my brother and all his friends are dogs. Okay. And Michael Jones is a dog. Still mad about the nigga that played her. Katrina says, this is what this is. Katrina says, is that what this is about? And Jenny says, no, she's tired of brothers dropping sisters like a bad habit. And to make it worse, they told them how much of a cold freak he was in bed with the ice and the handcuffs and the hot lotion and the nipple pinchers and the feathers and the fried zucchini and the baby diapers. Like, I wanted to know all that. And Katrina was like, I do. Jenny says, don't become a statistic, Katrina. And Katrina says, not in this lifetime, meaning that I'm going to get the dick, but I ain't going to fall in love with the dick. Okay? Like, that's the difference. Okay? That's the difference. But to me, I feel like it's not about, to me, Jenny, that's not the problem. I'm tired of brothers dropping sisters like a bad habit. I honestly feel like that specific issue is the woman's issue to me a lot of the times. Because especially back in the day, women would feel like just because a nigga had sex with you, all of a sudden y'all go together. It was never a conversation about a relationship. It was never any clear boundaries. There were no expectations set. You just had sex with him and assumed that meant he was your boyfriend. And so now when he acts outside of that, your feelings are hurt and you're getting all upset. When at the end of the day, as a grown ass woman, you need to be able to assess what a situation is like off rip. If you messing with a guy and you like him and you want to bone him, you need to ask him beforehand, does sex mean we're in a relationship? Does it mean we're exclusive? Because if not, don't have that feeling or that understanding. Don't get your feelings hurt by him dating or having sex with other women, because essentially you already understand that he's not going to be in a committed relationship with you. I don't understand why Natalie ever thought she was about to be in a committed relationship with Michael Jones. Okay, Natalie, y'all know what I mean. Jenny, that's stupid. That's stupid. It feel like y'all never had a conversation. He put the moves on you. He was sweet to you, and you just assumed that y'all were going to be together because y'all had sex. But especially in the 90s, girl. That's why the 2023 girls are different. This all of this shit right here is why our generation was like, we not playing these bullshit games with y'all. And now that women of our generation have decided, no, we just want to date. We don't want to be in no committed, serious relationships with y'all if y'all not going to do what's required for us. We're not even going to be really worrying about y'all like that. Okay, you just my dildo. That's all you can be. Okay, I ain't even charge you. Let you fuck me for free. So like I feel, you know what I'm saying? Essentially, I feel like this generation of women has adopted the mindset that you're not gonna trick me into thinking that you really care about me just because you want to fuck. Let's just fuck then. Niggas don't like that. They don't like that. They want to be able to trick you. They want to be able to get in your head because I guess it makes them feel good about themselves. I was able to get mind control of this woman, of this person. It's a power thing. When Jenny was calling the women hoes, the next second she's mad at men for how they treat the hoes. Look, she don't know how she feels. She all over the place. Okay? So David tells the guys that he was raised by all women and he still can't figure them out. And Dre says, because you ain't trying, D. It's not that hard. And I love that he said that because to me, it really does show that niggas try to overcomplicate things with women. And I feel like you purposefully misunderstand and act like you don't understand where women are coming from. Because if you act like you don't understand, then you can act like I didn't know. And so you mad at me, but you mad at me. I ain't know. I'm just da 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 da. It's like if I pretend to be ignorant, then you won't hold me accountable. That's the idea behind a lot of this shit. But when Dre said to David, "You not trying," that's real as fuck. Because it goes to show how a lot of men, when it comes to genuinely trying for the betterment of a relationship or whatever, you don't want to do that shit. But when it comes to learning women so that you can manipulate them, oh, niggas are down for that. They want to learn you and understand what you like and what you need so they know how to love bomb you so that they can control you. And isn't it, it's the funniest shit how they will only put forth that amount of effort in a generalized way when they're going to manipulate the woman. Never when they really just want to make an effort with a bitch. Like, nigga will go through to the ends of the earth to impress a bitch, all to just fuck her and stop talking to her. Like, it's the craziest thing. Niggas be in real relationships, don't even try that hard. Is it just me? They want the relationship treatment without the relationship. Yo, why I literally just went through that. It's so exhausting. It's so exhausting. But anyway, so he says, take my sister for example. Right now, her and her homegirl are using me for a study for an anthropology class. And in his apartment right now, they looking through all his stuff. Katrina is imagining having sex with him, so she's not doing as much investigating as Jenny is doing. And Dre says that at this point, Katrina's booty is marinating for him. David says, so you think you all that? And Dre calls, and Jenny answers his phone, pretending like she was some woman that Dre was with. And Dre was like, why you answering my phone? Stood up to time, stop, baby. And her face was cracked. He asked how the research is going, and she says, how did you know? He says, because I know women. She says he's about to get busted, and she says players never get busted. He mentions Michael again. Oh, like Michael Jones. And the homeboys start giggling in the car, and she realizes that she's on speakerphone and she feels embarrassed. And she says, you got me on speakerphone so your dysfunctional, broke, bum ass friends can laugh at me? Who the hell do you think you are? Y'all, this was probably one of the only serious moments in the entire movie, with the exception of the end when David is begging for Nadine to take him back. This was a serious moment, and honestly, for some reason, it was needed. It was the weirdest thing, y'all. It was such a small thing, but it was needed because they have this very adversarial relationship, but you could tell that they love each other, right? Brother and sister, okay? So when he embarrassed her in front of everybody, he felt bad. He felt bad. He hangs up, because she hung up on him. So he called her back, took the phone off speakerphone, and said, Jenny, I'm sorry. And she was like, I know you sorry. Your bitch ass. And she hung up the phone on him. You know what I'm saying? But in that moment, I did appreciate that, because when men act like this, they act like they don't have no heart for women whatsoever. Only dicks for them. No heart, only dick. Okay? And this showed, at least you love your sister. Because that was fucked up to be. I mean, honestly, you love her, but you way too open to clown her in front of people. And that's a part of the problem. Y'all don't have that same you gonna respect my sister vibe that you should have. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they are purposefully obtuse as an easy way out so they don't have to really put in the work. Yes, when men say, what you mean, they love playing dumb. Oh, yes, not only do they love playing dumb, but they love acting like they can't do shit just so you'll be like, fuck it, and then you'll do it. Girl, people will come here and why, Brittany, why you ain't clean? It's not my job. So it's gonna stay like that until he decides he's gonna do what he's supposed to do. I don't care. Like, that's how it has been at times, girl. Hate how they had all these black women playing a less than position, but it says more about Bill's character. Who was a less than? Who was a less than? Who you feel like was displayed as less than? Because in all actuality, like, his sister and Katrina are well educated. All of the women he was dating, even when they were different, you got your Rastafari girl, then you got your Cali girl, dude, whoa, man, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Everybody smoking weed. You got your workout girl. Like all of the girls were different, but all of them were still seemingly like accomplished, like impressive women. Not just impressive in their own right, but impressive nonetheless. So it almost seemed as if, like, that's why it's not realistic, because in real life, you don't really see these types of arrangements where it's this very successful, man like this, and then all of these women that are just as successful, have just as much shit going on themselves, just want the dick. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I didn't even like the fact in the movie that they pretended like all of these girls thought that they were Dre's main girl. When I feel like a lot of them understood what the situation was, and he was their dildo. That's all he could be. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like in real life, some of these women were not disillusioned by their relationship with Dre. They knew what it was and they enjoyed it for what it was. He thought that he was mind fucking everybody. But essentially, I think the only one he was really mind fucking was Lisa. Okay? So anyway, um so y'all, uh they decide, Katrina and Jenny decide that they're gonna go to the pool party, right? So that they can try to have all the women show up and embarrass Dre all at one time, right? So Dre goes to see one of his women. He goes to see Robin first. Robin is older and married, okay, and he is leaving them fools in his car outside of Robin's house. He says that he won't be there long because she's married. And the best thing about married women, they're very flexible, very understanding, very appreciative. Okay? So he pulls a flower from her garden out front and then goes inside. Like, just bare minimum shit right here. She starts complaining about Buster, her husband, and how he cares more about his plants than her. And so Dre says, you know what you need? You need a massage. So he starts massaging her. She says that wait, I'm sorry, I said that part. Buster comes home. Now, Buster is coming home with groceries, fresh as fuck, nice neighborhood. At least you being well taken care of by Buster's ass, okay? And Buster see David, Spoonie, and Keno sitting in the car out front. Cut your motherfucking music down in front of my house. My lovely wife is inside trying to get some rest. Yo, the way Bernie Mac cursed them niggas out, and he was fresh as fuck. The glasses, okay, was fresh as fuck. Then later on, when he showed up to the pool party in a members only jacket, that nigga was fresh. This whole movie, the hair, everything. Bernie was fresh as fuck. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, Bernie Mac could have pulled me in this era. Him right here, like, he could have pulled me. That nigga was fresh as his car was nice, everything. The hair was laid. He was giving, bruh. Bernie was absolutely giving in his moment. So David slides into the driver's seat so he could pull off. But tells him, fuck him. Buster says, no, fuck yourself. I hate you young son bitches. Okay, you don't do shit. You don't vote. Fucking rabbits. All you do is eat shit and fuck. And y'all, when he said that shit, I loved it, because I literally feel like my generation is turning into that generation, because we can't stand, voting ass niggas. We can't stand y'all. Like, let y'all be out, act like y'all outside all day and got no jobs, don't do nothing. I hate you niggas. Yo, we all like that now. We all like that now. Niggas don't like none of you niggas. Like, what is you sitting outside these people house for, playing this loud ass music? That shit was so funny. He goes inside, and the first thing he does is start spraying his plants. He said, oh, it's stinking here. He said it smell like badussy. It smell like, boy, he said dick, pussy, and ass. That's what it smelled like in here. Okay? It was like, you making my asthma act up. Y'all, I was dying laughing when he said that shit. Okay? Making my asthma act up. Okay? And so she put the moves on him so that Drake could sneak out. But as soon as she started putting the moves on him, he was like, all right, baby, I know we ain't made love in 4 years. Let me go get my ginseng and all. 4 years? God damn. How y'all been together that long and ain't had sex like 4 years, my nigga? Like, that's insane. That's insane. He really was more worried about them plants than he was worried about her. He did ask her why she was dressed in the lingerie though. That shit was so funny. And so while he's running to go get his ginseng, Dre runs out with a towel wrapped around his head, like, he an Indian man that was there fixing the toilet. And I don't know why Buster believed him, but Buster, was like, baby, if you need anything, you let me know. I get whatever I, need to get fixed around this house. I don't need you worrying about none of that. Buster is saying all of the good shit. And that's so aggravating, y'all, because that's the stereotype. The stereotype is you could have you a nice looking man with a good job that's going to love you dirty draws and take good care of you and, be good around the house and all of that. You can have all of that, but his dick not going to work. Like, what? They wrong for that. I was like, this is terrible. Like, how y'all gonna do us like this? Anyway, child, he said Ginseng. So Dre was like, I had to fix your pipes. I had to bang, 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 and get everything out, get all of the rust out of your pipes. I was just like, y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. But as soon as he, Buster was like, give me a card, and Dre starts, ruffling in his pockets, and a condom drops on the floor. And as soon as he sees it, Buster, was running after his ass, but he got out, right? Dre got out. Dre then goes to the next woman's house. He goes to see Amber, the white girl, so that they can role play. David is in the car calling Nadine, begging her answering machine to take him back. And Kilo stands on, actually she answered the phone that time and told him that his tired ass was dismissed since he kept telling everybody that he dismissed her. She dismissed him. Kilo stands on a garbage can so that he can see what's going on with Amber and Dre. And y'all, this was low-key soft porn back in the day. Like, it was. When this used to come on, when we was kids, it was soft porn, okay? So, he fired it in Spootie's face. Then Kilo fell off the garbage can, bitch. It was so stupid. Jenny and Katrina call all of Dre's women and invite them to Maxwell's pool party. Then they go to Sherry's place and talking about Dre and the boys. Then they go to Sherry's place. This is why TLC wrote that song. A scrub is a guy that thinks he's fine, is also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants and just sits on his broke ass. So no, I don't want your number. No, I don't wanna give you mine, and no, I don't wanna meet you nowhere. No, want none of your time. So I just want to remind everybody, they wrote that song for niggas like Spoolie and Kilo, who are sitting in the passenger side outside of the homeboy's, old lady's place while he's fucking them, and y'all are sitting outside in the car. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, but all of you niggas that do that, y'all need to get lives. Y'all need to get women. It's sad. I'm sorry, okay? All of you grown ass men riding around in other niggas' cars waiting on them to get some ass, you're weird. I hate to say it. You're weird. Okay? Find you some business. Okay? Why are you letting child too stupid. But anyway, y'all, so Sherry was actually getting the dick when Katrina and Jenny called to invite her to the pool party. And that shit was hilarious, okay? Cause she was tearing that nigga up. And then she pulled the dildo out with the knobs on it. It was like, turn over. I want to try something. And he was like, oh God. But he looked like he was doing whatever Sherry wanted him to do in that motherfucker. Okay? Until David had to come up there and get him. But anyway, it's time for the barbecue at Mama Jackson's house. Okay? Mama Jackson is Dre and Jenny's mama. Okay? So David is still calling Nadine, begging on her answering machine. Dre says that he's breaking the rules. She's just going to play it for her homegirls later and laugh at your ass. Dre goes to kiss his mama at the barbecue, and she asks about his girlfriend. And Spooty says, which one? And she was like, what you mean, baby? What you mean? What you mean by that, huh? What you mean? And Dre was like, Lisa, mama. Like, oh, all right. It's like Lisa had to work. Oh, okay. Then Jenny introduces Katrina to David when they're all sitting at the table eating, because David is supposed to be the nice guy, meaning he's really not manipulative or smart enough to play the women the way Dre does. And the reason why is because Dre had Uncle Fred. Uncle Fred is the Mac. Okay, first of all, originally, Uncle Fred is the Mac. Okay? So, which I think I should review at some point. That used to be the movie back in the day, child. Uncle Fred is in the building and he taught Dre everything he knows. Uncle Fred got his young woman in servitude, okay, standing behind him. He starts speaking fake French to her. And she thought he was telling her to go and refill or refresh his drink. But really, he was telling her some French national anthem or some shit that was just like, so just making the lady feel stupid for no reason, huh? Like that's the manipulation of I'm gonna have moments where I pretend like I know better than you, but really it just makes you look stupid. That you trusted whatever I was saying. Yeah, that just in that little small moment, I was like, oh, so you're an asshole, Uncle Fred. But they talk about how much they miss Dre's daddy and how proud he would be of him and all of the work he's doing at Def Jam. So Uncle Fred, um, oh, I'm sorry, not Uncle Fred, Uncle Snook. Uncle Snook was played by J. Anthony Brown, right? And he's making fun of y'all know the two fat twins that used to be on everything back in the day. Uh, okay, making fun of them and their weight, and they end up knocking his ass down on the floor. Bro, the funniest thing was when J. Anthony Brown was rolling around on the floor and said, "What happened to the sun?" Because they were standing over him. Bro, when I tell you every time I laughed my ass off at that. That shit was hilarious. What happened to the sun? I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, hold up. Let me see what y'all saying. Bondi, have you thought about doing the brothers or breaking all the rules? I love the way you break them down. So in today's time, yes, definitely the brothers and all the black exploitation pimp movies. Yes, he was. Let's see. Okay, now Vine, if you're gonna take it back to old school, you're gonna have to do the Mac and JD's Revenge. Oh God, y'all gonna we definitely gonna have a time where I have like a month of black exploitation films. Can you review Set It Off and a Sunday as well? I don't know. I'll think about it because Shyla, I ain't got the energy for Set It Off day after day. Y'all gonna have me crying and shit. I ain't got time for that. Anyway, so Kilo asked Uncle Fred, how does he, you know, not lose a woman every time some Will Smith dumb looking nigga comes around, Dumbo looking nigga comes around? And Uncle Fred says, if your rap is strong, then you can't go wrong, especially if you marinating that fish right. And I was just like, what? I know what he meant though, okay? And what he meant is, if you can get a woman up here, which is your rap, how you talk to her, how you engage with her. First of all, be smart. Don't be stupid. Second of all, compliment her. Listen to her, especially listen to her wants and needs so that you can you can take what she's giving you because she's gonna give you everything you need, and then all you need to do is be that for her consistently and without fail until you got her hooked. And if you know how to, if you know how to lay the pipe right, even better. Okay. So you get your rap right, you learn how to, dick somebody down, and boom bow pow, you done. Okay, you can hook a girl, and I'm honestly like, that's not wrong, y'all. The advice he's giving is not wrong. I know a whole bunch of fat ugly niggas that, and I say that because y'all know what I mean when I say that, breathing all hard, sweating all over the place. It's not that attractive, okay? Especially on top of you, all big on top of you, come and do their business, okay? And for some reason, these niggas will have women in love with them. You know why? Know how to make the woman laugh. Okay, know how to talk to her, listen to her. It's a mind thing. And then on top of that, you could be a fat nigga and still have good D. You just gotta learn what to do with your dick. Okay, scrape the top. Okay, remember you're trying to scrape the top. Okay, that's the movement, scraping the top. Okay, and if you can't do that well, meaning if you ain't sizable enough for your motion to work as good as it needs to, then all you gotta do is be able to head game the piece out, the piss out of her. Eat her until she, start speaking in tongues or some shit. It's not that hard, okay? But a lot of y'all don't be wanting to try because it's a trial and error situation, and you don't want to hear when you not marinating that fish right. And since you don't want to know when you're not doing it right, you're not going to really know how to do it right if you're doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? So a woman is a player herself, he says. And she needs, wants, and has to be played in order for this continuation of the man-woman thing to keep going. And I'm like, no, she doesn't, you idiot. I I hate you niggas. Okay? Like, no. Like, no, 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 no. We can keep screwing without you having to manipulate me. And that's what I don't like. The idea that you have to manipulate the woman in order for her to want you. And I feel like y'all only feel like that because deep down you're not as secure as you think you are. Because if you're really secure, there's no need to trick her into liking you. She either gonna fuck with you or she not gonna fuck with you. And if she not gonna fuck with you, well then that's all right, baby. You do your thing, and I'll go find somebody else to fuck with because there's always new fish in the sea. Okay? So essentially, I feel like that's also a self-esteem thing that you gotta make women feel stupid, less than. You gotta manipulate them in some way, but you have to lower their self-esteem in order for them to show you the type of like loyalty you want to see. And really it just means that once you break a woman down, you then can get her to be okay with any mistreatment. And that's basically what it did. Okay. So when Dre is leaving, this is something I noticed, right? Their mama seemed to be okay with Dre leaving because he got to go and make that money. Jenny, on the other hand, Jenny got shit to do for school, but you want her to stay here and help you clean up, but Dre doesn't have to. Example of how the girls are taught to do everything for everybody. Every time she talked to Jenny, she was asking Jenny to do something. Go fix this person a plate. Go give this person that. Go drop this off. Go pick this up. Using Jenny as a goddamn mule and a maid. Right? And then coddling Dre. That's another thing I ain't really like. You know what I'm saying? Something that I noticed about the parenting. What is that? Los on a mission. Thank you so much for the super chat, Bondy. Can you review Idlewild and Hustle and Flow? Okay, I'll put them on the list. Sprung is already on the list, y'all. Thank you. But anyway, y'all, they're getting ready for the pool party that night. And Katrina and Jenny are talking about it's going to be the burial of a player and all of this shit, right? So they get to the party, and Dre finds the most homely girl that he can find. Y'all, can we focus on this one that I'm doing right now? And then we can talk about the other ones later that y'all want me to do? Thank you. Okay. Anyway, so Dre dances with the homely awkward girl so that all the real bad pretty girls in the building will see him treating her so nicely. She'll be a mouthpiece for him, and they're gonna feel like, oh, you gonna mess with us the same way. You gonna show us, and you gonna love this homely looking girl. If you gonna respect her and treat her well, then I know you gonna treat me nice. That's how he assumes the women will think, and that is how they think. He dances with her, gets her a drink, and then she's in there talking about he is sexy. Okay, girl, sexy. And it was just like, oh, girl, I really hope you and Kilo end up screwing later on, because that's what feel like, y'all need to do right there. David points out to Dre eventually how many of his women are popping up at this party. And he sees it as a chess game. Also, I noticed how Uncle Fred was playing chess when he first came over to talk to him. Okay? I was like, good. Because the more I learn chess, the more I'll be like mentally prepared to break some of this shit down that y'all really be thinking is a chess game. Okay? So one of the girls at the party was trying to get Dre to dance with her, like kind of like a hanger on. Every time you turn around, she was close by some damn where. Okay? And she's trying to get a dance. Then one of his women runs up. I think it was kind of like the Malibu, California, what's it called, y'all? What's it called? Like the Malibu, kind of like yeah, well, I hate when I have a brain fart like this and I can't think about it. Oh my God. The girls that surf. She give like surfer beach vibe, black girl, wow, all of this shit like that, right? So she pops up and she was like, whoa, man, the energy right here is kind of weird. And she was talking about Jenny, right? But the other girl was trying to holler at Dre, but when she walked over, she kind of had an attitude. Even Jenny had to tell the girl, bitch, chill out. I'm his sister. And you just met him. Why are you being territorial over a man that you literally just met at this party? Weird ass bitch. What is going on? Valley girl, thank you. You girls, like, y'all really be out here doing the most over niggas that don't belong to you. Sit back, calm down, take a deep breath. It's giving thirst. It's giving thirst. Okay? So he pretends like she's crazy so that he doesn't disrupt what's going on with the new girl and tells her to, just give him a second. He got to talk to his sister. I'm just kind of like, he really about to get out of this situation. Then he runs into another one of the women, and Dre is starting to freak out at this point, and his sister thinks he's gonna break, Then the nerdy girl pulls him into a closet and damn near R's him until he can get out of there. He ran out of there. Then Sherry shows up. Then Buster shows up in his members only jacket. Shit's really getting kind of hectic, okay? Dre gets the new girl to call his sister's name, but says that his sister's name is Robin. Robin was also there. That's why Buster was there. So when she says Robin's name, that makes Buster see Robin. So now Robin's running out. Buster's running behind her. That's going to try to get them out of the party. Okay? Then Buster caught up with Dre out in the parking lot out front of the house, and that's when crazy ass Barbara shows up and beats the shit out of Buster because she was planning on getting Dre's dick tonight, and you are not about to fuck that up for her, okay? He tells her to see him back at the house. Now, it was crazy to me how he went back home that night expecting Lisa after he told all of the girls that he was gonna see them that night. So I was just kind of like, child, all of them girls gonna play it cool until they see you the next day? That's crazy as hell. Okay, that's crazy as hell. He told her he still needed to take care of some things at the party. Dre then beeps the rest of the girls to get them out of the party. Child, the 90s. He beeped them. Nadine got dressed up to come and play hard to get with David. She sees him telling a girl no. It's the same girl that was trying to dance with Dre. She goes over to David to try to dance with him. And he's like, oh, I can't really. And she sees it. And she walks up to him and he says, I'm so sorry, Nadine. I love you and I want you in my life like how my parents are. I want that forever shit with you. And that's exactly what she wanted to hear. And you know what I don't like about this scenario? Because it teaches all of the girls that, are not going to be disrespected because they have values for themselves. That's the girl that Nadine was supposed to be. But you in love with a stupid nigga that's trying to pretend to be a player to, convince his homeboys that he's a player, but he's not really one, but he thinks it's what he's supposed to do. So she's just supposed to have patience until his dumb ass realizes that being a follower behind other grown ass men is not the way, Sway. So she has to be strong until he figures that out. And then he comes to her with the I want to be, a husband and all of this. They'll get married, they'll have kids, she'll invest, and he'll still cheat in the marriage. Because by that time, he will have gotten the confidence to become the hoe that he was trying to become at this stage in life when he didn't have the confidence. He'll wait until she builds him to be the man that all of the other women are going to want to fuck with. That's just true tea. And it's sad, but this is the beginnings of the woman that holds down the hoe and builds a great life with him, and then he still proceeds to cheat on her and embarrass her after they've built this life together. That's her. That's Nadine. So Spooty gets smacked by that fine ass girl that's always in all my favorite music videos, okay? And Kilo and the nerdy girl dance real awkwardly together. We hope they hook up. Dre asks Katrina and Jenny, why did the giraffes grow long necks? And Katrina explains because they had to adapt to reach the foliage in the trees, which was their only food source. And Dre says, exactly. They adapted to their environment, which this proves that a player, if put in a hostile environment, is not going to reform like y'all thought he was. He is simply going to adapt and become super player. Fuck. Okay? He's a super dog. All right? So it seems as if they've lost, right? So Jenny was like all upset, like this wasn't even really about my brother. And then fine ass Michael McCrary from Boys to Men comes walking up to ask her if she wants a drink. And she was like, yes. And I was just kind of like, okay, see, that's a problem for me. That look of wonder and astonishment and thirst on your face, I'm gonna need for you to pull it back. Y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. As a woman, I don't feel like women ever need to have that look on their face when they looking at another man. And I don't give a fuck who he is. You don't never need to be that happy, surprised, astonished to see some nigga you ain't never met before. No. Don't ever do that again. That's too thirsty, which means Michael can come along and play your ass too. We're just supposed to assume that Michael is a nice guy because he our favorite Boys to Men member. Okay? No. Anyway, Katrina goes to Dre's apartment to give him the women's phone numbers that they took. I'm like, as if y'all did not write down the phone numbers from his Rolodex. You didn't need to bring him those numbers back. You want the dick. She 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 want the dick. Heard about it all damn day. Now I want it. Want it. Want that D, D, D. I want the dick, 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 dick. She want the dick, 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 dick. She showed up in a barely there black mini dress with a back cutout. She wanted nothing more than the dick. Okay? And Dre knew that. Girl, she was even thirsty for it. When he walked up to her to let her out, and she was like, and she kind of did like that to him. I was like, bitch, what we about to do? What you about to post him up? Okay? And then she kisses him. They go upstairs. They get into it. They having sex. He licking and kissing all on everything. Looked like she was enjoying herself. And then all of a sudden, here come Lisa. Lisa then got off from work. It's 11 o'clock. Dre was supposed to be getting something together real cute for Lisa. So he had candles and rose petals and music playing and all this romantic shit getting ready for Lisa. Okay, because Lisa is now deserving of all of the attention and making her breakfast in the morning because she been being a good girlfriend. So he got to do something for her to keep her. That's true player fashion. Got all this nice shit hooked up for her. Everybody else, he just go and drop dick off to them, come back home later. Lisa, he gonna have the whole little setup in his place for her. Lisa come in there, turn the music off, walk upstairs, and surprisingly, this nigga is laying in the bed with his shirt on, holding a picture of her. When she hugs him, we see Katrina still with her clothes wrapped around her, not even fully on, waving bye-bye and walking down the stairs. And she looks around, and I guess, something must have made her feel like, you know what? I ain't about to let you get away with this. Let's see if you can adapt after this, nigga. So she left her lingerie and everything on the wall, handcuffs, some other evidence that she left up there for Lisa to see, and says, busted, adapt. And it was so fucking funny. And Lisa comes downstairs in her lingerie and sees it. Dre, what the fuck? And then the movie goes off. But y'all, at the end of the day, Lisa gonna be mad, but Lisa gonna take that man back. Lisa gonna take that man back, and he might be settling down sooner than he thought if he has to keep her. Because sometimes a player nigga will really like, and I don't know if I can say love, but they'll know the woman that they really want to be with long term, that they want to have kids with, that they want to marry. And so when they know which woman they want to do that with, they might pretend for a while to be what she wants him to be so that they can keep her. As soon as she's locked in again, he'll then go back to cheating and doing whatever else he was doing, being player, but now she's locked in. He's been mentally manipulating Lisa this whole time. So Lisa might be mad for a minute, but Lisa gonna get over it. You know why? Because this whole time, outside of the manipulation that he's been doing, I bet you any money people been telling Lisa every day, girl, you lucky to have him. You better keep that man, girl. You better fight over dick, girl. And listen, at the end of the day, I can't even be mad at the bitch. Yo, raise your hand if you about to be mad at Lisa if she stays with him and he eventually marries her. I can't even really be mad at her. You know why? Because in this day and age, it's hard to find a nigga with all of those components. Good job, good dick, looks great, makes a lot of money, has his own place, very charming. You know what I'm saying? Like, those things don't always come in the same package. And when you get a lot of those components in a man, and that you really want to fuck with like that, girl, it's a good man, Savannah, girl. Right. Lisa is going to stay because she has to win. Exactly. And because they feel like any man with all of those components is the prize. And the reason why they think that man is the prize is because they're comparing that man to all of his whack ass friends, his weak ass homeboys, and the overall mass majority of these niggas that's not putting forth nearly as much effort. And he knows that. It's crazy. Y'all, I hate to say it. I hate to say it. It's crazy. We just spent this whole movie talking about how Dre ain't shit. But essentially, I feel like I would not be I wouldn't be being real with y'all if I wouldn't have said that I would have punished that nigga for a minute and then I would have got back with him. If it's as good as it looked. If it's as good as it looked, Dre was gonna pay for what he did, bitch. But essentially, we was gonna work it out. Nah, Dre looked like I'm gonna say, yeah, no, for sure. It definitely felt like Dre was the type of guy that brought his condoms everywhere with him. Because remember when he was at the chick's house and he was going through his pockets, he had buku condoms in his pocket. Just one fell out. That nigga had buku condoms. So yeah, no. Yeah, no. Well, I'm glad you requested this one. I was wondering if y'all was gonna really fuck with this one or not. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to do it anyway. So I mean, now when you sitting in the clinic looking crazy, listen, don't sit in no clinic looking crazy. You better go to your OBGYN and look crazy in the privacy of your damn doctor's office. Lisa wasn't going to the clinic. Lisa was making an appointment with her doctor, okay? Well, nobody gonna know, okay? When nobody gonna see her at the clinic, okay? She'll stay with him so other bitches can move on. Exactly. Most men literally won't go and get their own place by themselves. They'll stay with their mom, fan, with their boys, or with their women. Exactly. Exactly. That's why I'm saying this nigga would have kept that lady because most of these niggas don't have nearly as much to offer. Bitch, like, I'll share him. He better wear a condom, but I'll share him. Okay, one of my favorite childhood movies I done missed out. That's all right, girl. Catch that playback. Okay? It would have taken Dre giving Lisa something or having an outside baby for her to leave. Absolutely. Yes, he had condoms on him, y'all. He had condoms. But you know that don't mean nothing. The way he went through all those different women in one day though. What's your point? I'm just saying. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just saying. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to fuck Drake, but I'm just saying, realistically, if I was Lisa and I didn't have an STD, girl, ain't nobody leaving that nigga. Nobody was leaving. I'm sorry. You was gonna leave for a few days, maybe a week or two, but you was gonna eventually answer his phone calls. Nowadays, women staying with men without half those components. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. They absolutely can. But what's your point? What's your point? What's your point? I know that condoms can break, but my point is, in real life, people still don't care. They still don't care. D probably beat up looking. Oh, you think so, huh? Oh, you think so, huh? I think a lot of y'all in these comments not being real with yourselves. Some women will stay even if you have an outside baby or two. Child, we've seen it. We've seen it in real life. Just gonna teach him a lesson. You gonna cheat back, okay? You gonna go get a little boyfriend. Break that nigga down, okay? Love this review, even though I never watched this movie. Oh, thank you, DeQuasia. Thank you. Our high school basketball coach said you're supposed to cheat during the daytime. Yes, he was cheating. That's how it works. That is exactly like that's how grown people cheat. Grown people cheat in the daytime. That is hilarious. Not beat up. Child, not beat up. Listen, I don't want no whole ass nigga. I don't. But at the same time, I'm just being realistic with y'all. There are a lot of Lisas still alive today. I'm sorry. So I know a lot of Lisas, my nigga. I'd be a fool to say I ain't been swayed by an F boy. Child, listen. Gonna be a good 3 days. But I miss him, girl. After he got it out his system, he would be the perfect man for her. Struggle love. Exactly. Exactly. And most people do it. That's why I think that's why I think it's so funny because it's like this is literally most people's setup. Like you're gonna be with this nigga, he gonna cheat on you. You're gonna be playing wife, playing house until he decide that he too tired to keep doing that on you. Uh, I am gonna get my lick back and keep that man. Listen, listen, okay. If he got enough redeeming qualities, absolutely, absolutely, getting that lick back. And if we gonna stay together, I guess we still together. Listen, too funny. But anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all. That's all I got for y'all. I'm done for today. Tomorrow will be members only, and yeah, I'm gonna do a members only one tomorrow, and that way that one will be released on my birthday because that's literally one of my favorite movies. So I want that one to be released to everybody on my birthday, which is next Friday. But they're already, if y'all aren't members, then you haven't seen Brown Sugar or what was the other one I did? Yeah, I did Brown Sugar and Diary of a Mad Black Woman. So those have been scheduled to go up on Wednesday and Thursday. And then this one that I'm doing tomorrow will go up on Friday. So y'all will get a now everybody that's not a member, y'all will get a new Now That We're Grown next week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay, while I'm on vacation. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed these. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I know it's a Saturday, it's the weekend, but I needed to get them in before I leave, girl. Lisa would have gotten fed up and cheated back with someone with more than Dre and better looking and bigger. You think so? You think so? If she, maybe, maybe not. It just depends. My coworker stopped cheating before he ran out of hotel. Cause child, that's another thing. Okay. You gotta do booty call, child. Celebrating the 40th anniversary, talking about he a good man. It's just he's too old to cheat now. They are a mess. They are a mess. Thank you so much. I'm glad. I'm glad y'all have been enjoying this because I have been enjoying doing them. So I'm so glad that y'all came through today. Thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all share the video with y'all people. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Nicole, for the super chat. Dre is my homeboy. Wish I would have known this was the topic. I would have invited him. What you mean Dre is your... Oh, you mean you got a homeboy that's like Dre. Got you. Okay. Got you. All right. Thank you so much for that. Well, anyway, y'all, happy birthday to you too, Ajay. I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay? Peace out.